Alright. It's almost 5 in the morning. Let me look actually. Yeah, it's 5 in the morning here in Berlin. We're at Tegel. And we're gonna catch our first flight to London and then we're on our way to Chicago. So excitement is building. And I don't know, I'm ready. Are you guys awake? I'm actually surprisingly awake.
Yeah, very awake. For good. Going to London and Chicago today.
What's the first thing that you're gonna do when you arrive in Chicago?
Well, I think you said London first. Not a cheeseburger this time. No McDonald's this time. Last time I got to America, I was waiting for the guy to get through and I took a cheeseburger.
Actually,
And there's a bottle.
So, we're in London Heathrow on the eve of Sunday, almost afternoon, and we're about to jump the plane and go to Chicago,
That's right, my friend.
where the tour will begin. It's October the 7th. And for the last, I don't know, half year or so, we started planning this tour actually almost a year ago. And it's amazing that today is the day that it's all coming together. So we're much more excited than we look because we had to get up at 3 in the morning.
Oh, you've been up like 8 hours now? 9 hours?
It's actually kind of surreal.
8 hours.
That it's only 11 o'clock, it feels a lot later. We're most looking forward to.
Wow, that's a big question. Musically wise, I'm looking forward to every single gig. Absolutely every single gig. I love playing in the States. People are very forthright. If they like it, they let you know. And if they don't like it, they also let you know. And I appreciate both.
Don't want that.
And we don't want that, but that's also good. That's healthy. That's healthy. And we're gonna have a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing some old friends, some new faces, some great people. The accents, just the whole shebang. I love it. Can't wait.
We've arrived in Chicago, that's good, but it's been an horribly stressful day of travel. Lots of problems with the plane from London to Chicago, where you arrived 2 hours late, and then we had, you guys had issues.
So one man got detained by the police for like 2 minutes because of the
Oh yeah, what a day. Pretty smart.
Oh yeah. And in Berlin, that's right, he got detained, searched by the cops for something in his bag.
But in the States,
It's been a stressful day so far. We're excited to see my dad now.
Loading in.
We're fine. We're on our way. We're getting on to 294 now. What's the plan for
pretty happy to be here.
for anything right now?
Well, we're gonna make dinner. So he's got the whole.
Lot, nimmst du meinen Koffer mit?
Hello.
Ah, das Trouble Note Schild ist auch noch da. Krass. Vom letzten, the Trouble Note sign is still there.
Oh my god, yeah. Answering.
For some reason, it doesn't feel like we were here last 2 years ago. It feels more recent.
It always does.
I'm gonna... Hello!
You and,
What's happening? Go. The boys are back.
I'm sure my mom would not mind giving me another hug.
Oh.
Okay.
Breakfast. Oh, what's that, bro? Really adopting the Michael Moore documentary thing going on here.
I remember that one time when I was wearing the Berlin hat, that really old one in the glass, and it was terrible. I saw the picture like recently, and I'm like, it's really Michael
Good
Moore.
morning, everyone at home. I'm really far away. I slept like 10 hours, but I went to bed at like 7:45 p.m. I woke up at 2:52 a.m. and then 5:52 a.m. After traveling around 18, 19 hours.
You're welcome to jet lag.
Yeah. Feeling good though. Ready to get a SIM card today. Ready to buy some new instruments. Ready to buy some new clothes and the shoes. My new shoes. Adidas Neo shoes. Whoa.
By the way,
Today's a
Sponsored
holiday.
by den van Singh.
What?
Today's Columbus Day.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, it's holiday.
Nobody honors it. I mean, it may not be any mail. That's about it.
The stores are still open.
Yesterday was Yesterday was Canadian Thanksgiving.
Face just
No, because this is the only day.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't even, because Columbus Day, I mean,
Dude,
I've never heard about that, but then again,
I'm excited.
Columbus Day, yeah, it's like well, we used to celebrate it because we thought he discovered America.
All right.
Coming to one of our concerts is kind of like taking the cheapest vacation that you would ever take in your life. Because in over the course of the 2 hours, our goal is to take you to 20 or 30 different places and really experience motifs and little cultural nuances that you wouldn't experience if you weren't listening to that music. Connect very directly with people. And I think that in a way is inspiring because while oftentimes I think artists when they're up on a big stage, they do their thing and they inspire others and they don't feel the feedback and the connection from the audience. But in our situation, we often ask questions, and we get responses from people, like I'm inspired by you for this and that's made me do this. And I was having a bad day and then I heard your music, and it uplifted me in a way that I then created something. And that actually, it's like it becomes cyclical because we get inspired by the fact that other people are inspired by something that we did.
Honestly, it's a great morning, guys. Best feeling so far for me since leaving London and Berlin and all those places. Like, I love the feeling of being like generally a million miles away. And I'm into new territory where I've never been. You have to be vigilant, you have to be alive, you have to be ready to make people happy, you have to be ready to hear a whole heap of new languages and accents. And for me, that's like, it's multi-stimulating. Not multi, it's in America, so it's multi. It's multi-stimulation, I'm telling you. It's like proper food porn and mouth porn for my mind. Like, I love being in the States, and you will see that throughout this journey, guys. Boom. Not boom, sorry. No shirts. You brought some cool ones. Florian, I'm not too sure about your selection and your man Bob. Can't wait for the first look. Yeah, tell them that. Fucking. No words. That's gonna be fun, dude. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to lunch as well, actually. As you do when you're in America. Well, as
beef jerky.
I'm 180 pounds, guys. I plan to be 200 by the time I leave.
No, but you 175. Scale was incorrect.
Alright, sorry about that.
Sorry to say that. That's fair. She thought you. Right, Tuckers.
This is why we travel with vans, right?
Yeah, for sure, actually.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but
What's happening today, where we're going?
Driving up. Now we have an 8.5-hour drive, and we're on our way to Buffalo, basically, and we're gonna play in a church, a Methodist church in Lancaster. And then after that, we have to pile in the car again, drive across the Canadian border, which should be fun, and make our way up all the way to Toronto, where we're gonna sleep tonight. We have a hotel in Toronto, and then tomorrow we have a gig at the local.
Und hier kommen die roten Indianer aus Cleveland her.
Yeah, seriously, there it is.
How's it compared to touring in our
A
van?
little bit tighter on the old legs, but it's all good, man. It's all good. I feel good. I'm a bit hungry.
We do.
The long journeys, like being this tall and then the legs, well, I feel like so cramped. Doesn't matter how long. I think for everybody. But the destination keeps you kind of positive. It's like awesome. We're on our way to Buffalo, New York, and then to Canada. So it doesn't matter if it's 8 to 10 or 12 hours. Who cares? Like we're gonna go play and have some fun. So it keeps you kind of going. Plus,
Where are you headed next?
today,
Now?
Buffalo, New York.
No, now.
Oh, it's Pete. Not Pete.
I'll follow you.
Oh, it's free. It's not free in Europe, most places. But we're in the States. The land of free speech and the land of them open free, so it should be free to go to the bathroom. Check it out. No pets, so it's good flow state in the car. Oh, it's huge. Very huge in America. It's awesome. They were wondering why everybody's filming me like I'm some celebrity. They were looking at me. See me what's up.
I'm really happy.
In church.
Really happy.
Are they hot?
He could eat.
Who had the mild?
Ollie.
Ollie.
And are these the hot or are these the
Those
medium?
are the hot, mine are medium.
Okay.
But mine are very medium. They're.
You're in trouble.
I think I can go. No, if you want to give it a go, you can give mine a go.
You could have gone
So you
hotter.
could have gone hotter.
I could have gone hotter.
Same. I'm
But he would have. He could have.
There's only one level higher than that.
But I'm
you
telling
got
you,
some strong.
He,
You got a strong mouth.
he could have handled it.
Yeah, I burn all my stuff inside my
Do
mouth.
you do habanero peppers?
I love them.
He eats them like candies.
Habanero peppers, when somebody tells me they eat habanero peppers, then I know that they really like hot
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, I can handle them as well, but when I was in university, we used to call them day ruiners because like I had a friend that he actually ate one out of his garden, like straight like this, and he was like 2
My uncle
hours.
did that.
2 hours in
Yeah.
agony. Yeah.
I did that at Steph's house the other
My
day.
Uncle
It
Jim
was
did
great.
that.
One of our friends
Oh, no.
manages a restaurant in London, and it's a Mexican restaurant, and they pride themselves on having like a wall of hot sauce from all over the world.
Shells.
And
5 minutes.
we had a shot glass, and we were sitting at the dinner table, and all of us at the table were just like picking ones off the shelf and putting a little bit in a shot glass and giving it to him to back. You know what I mean? Boom, this one. How's that one taste? How's that one?
I was
You know what
loving
mean?
it. I was loving it.
He was like,
Fast.
yeah, give me another one. Give me another one. 20 minutes later, you see all the blood from his face leave, and he's like white, sweating, and he's like, I need to go to the toilet. You know what I mean? And he was
Yeah.
gone for like 40 minutes.
That was terrible. I didn't figure out that.
They had a quarantine zone around that.
I started crying. I was in shock. Yeah, but I
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your church as well. And like the idea of bringing music or bringing bands from out of town here.
Yeah, we just want. There's a lot of opinion, that Christians are just the only reason we have an agenda, and we just want to give something to the community without an agenda. To say we're offering this to you, we're not going to draw you in and try to pound the Bible down you or something. Just let you come in, give you something of value, which is music, and that's it. So that's really our heart, and that's why we're doing it. So we're going to do a series of concerts, and you guys, we only had one other, and that was more in church. So this is the first separate concert. So we're excited about it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are here with us.
It's good to be here.
It's awesome. Looking forward to
I think it's
hearing it.
I think it's a pretty cool idea. No.
Why are we packing again this morning?
Well, Toronto is known as a very relatively safe city, but this area is perhaps one of the only areas that I would say I wouldn't walk around at night with too much flashing, if you know what I mean. Because when we got out of the car, there were
Daylight is a beautiful thing today.
a few people that definitely looked like they were not in the best of positions in their lives, and perhaps were taking foreign substances that were altering their brains in a way that made them slightly irrational. And so we've decided that rather than staying 2 nights here, we're going to move to a different part of town, a little bit closer to where we're going to play, and set up shop there. So we took everything out of the car because of our history of getting robbed so often. And we took everything out, put it inside. I mean, we do that pretty much all the time now, but we took literally everything out, where sometimes we might leave like, you know, merch or whatever in the car. Everything came out this time. And yeah, now we've got to pack it back up this morning, and then we're gonna go and have breakfast with our boy Woody and Mr. Sean, the balloon master, Rooney.
Feeling really American right now, guys. We're into a diner. Really?
Anybody like guys coming?
Yes, mate.
You're on the trouble.
Yeah, we had somebody over for dinner last night. Not that it was really Thanksgiving. Then he over.
What's the golden rule?
Golden rule is if a friend cooks me something and there's onions on there, no problem. I smash that stuff. But if I have to pay for it, I would just choose not to have onions. Hey, bro. How's it going?
Very good time.
Yes,
Yeah, alles gut. Yeah, alles gut. To see you. Sorry to make faces there. Hello, how are you? Just call me dumb shit. Yeah.
Do you want to introduce yourself while you're doing that?
Yeah, I am the guy who has a teacup on his head. Nice to meet you.
It turned out to be a really nice one.
Great.
I'm Sean.
Yeah, no, it's the best one I saw at the first
I'm Canadian, and I do stuff with balloons and culture.
You want to elaborate more?
Balloons are a product derived from latex, which comes from the rubber tree, and then they chemically treat it and industrially produce it into a membrane that's inflatable, and you put air into it, and it gets bigger and stretches, and they have all kinds of colors, and then I can make art with them.
What kind of art do you make?
Visual art, and also acoustic art. I play music, and I'm working on olfactory art, where I start filling the balloons with scents and then popping them to release the odor.
Oh, yes, my name is Sean Rooney, and I am a smartass. You could have just done that.
Okay, I'm a smartass.
My name is Woody House. I'm from Mississauga, and that's where we are right now. And I'm actually a professional balloon breaker. I follow Sean around the country. He fills them, and I pop them.
So our first question is, are you related to Dr. House?
I had the name first, so no.
Okay, so Dr. House is related to you.
No.
So Dr. House isn't really Dr. House. His name
No,
is
he's
actually
not.
Hugh Laurie.
He's
Okay.
a liar.
Got it.
Yeah, I come from a long line of houses. I guess they would call that a neighborhood. No, but that's...
Also, I could go use that as well. Like for this type of thing, like stick it out the window.
Ta-da! What sensation does it give you when you pop a balloon?
Depends. If I pop a balloon that's critical in a big sculpture when I have a deadline, I would say this. There's sometimes I pop it deliberately, and then so the difference is that a balloon that I pop deliberately just sounds like this. Pop, right? But a balloon that I don't pop up, it sounds like this. Fuck! You hear the difference?
What is this instrument?
It's the resonator.
Okay.
For the balloon bass. Right there. Like so. And this is the pickup.
What was the first balloon instrument that you made?
It was the grandfather of the balloon bass.
And why a bass?
It just works out where it plays on the, so getting the sound required a long string, and that was more in the bass register. Drinking?
Bennett, how did you meet Sean?
At a festival in Serbia, in fact. But before we go too far into that, I just, the genius of this is, I haven't seen you make it in a year, more than a year.
There you go.
But if you can understand, like, there's a level of, when he folds it inside to build a resonator like that, using a balloon, is really brilliant. And now, basically using another balloon, he's creating a string. So when he sends the pulse down to the chamber, watch.
Nothing.
Are you balloon one string?
Balloony one string.
Balloony one string.
Yeah.
We are driving to Montreal. And
Bob brought me. Asked.
What?
Bob.
yes, Bob Meyer. They are so cool, by the way. They came all the way from Victoria to the concert last night. And now they're going to see us in Montreal.
They like eat poutine and drink beer.
All right, yeah, of course, they're great.
They are so cool. Yeah, we can try to meet them today, maybe if we go busking and tell them where we go.
This is amazing.
But yeah, so we're about. I would like to.
Yeah.
We're about 90 miles away.
Nice, let's do it.
And yeah, we're gonna go busking in Montreal for the first time. First time I've ever actually gone to Montreal. I'm pretty excited about that.
I woke up. I don't know what time because I had no phone on me. Because as some people know, I like to get naked at night. I undress myself. For some reason, that's a new thing. I also like to walk around at night when I'm sleeping. So I woke up in outside the hotel door, like our room, with just a t-shirt on, like no boxer shorts, and I had no idea where I was, to be honest. I was slowly waking up, understanding what happened, and then I tried to figure out how to get into the room. I also didn't know what room I was into. Like I forgot the number. So after 10 minutes of thinking about what I'm still a little bit dizzy. After thinking about what I should do, I walked down to reception and asked for a new key for the room and also for the room number. And the guy had a great time probably talking to me. It's a great story. And ask me later again, because right now I can't really talk.
Guys, what do you do on days that are off or where there's nothing going on? You're not driving.
We eat pizza.
Like today, you mean?
Yeah. Before a gig.
Ollie eats pizza, and we're gonna actually go busking. That's the plan.
I look at cat photos online.
This morning I spent a few hours doing like some administrative stuff, setting up Facebook ads, answering some emails with Steph, and also doing some light editing of some stuff that was going on. I have to do a lot more of that. And then, yeah, we had a nice breakfast together as well before that. And now we drove into the city and we're going to do a little street music. So I have a little street music set here in Montreal. And then I think later as well, maybe we'll go over closer to the venue in a few hours and get something to eat, relax. No, I'm not cold actually.
I am.
Well, how was Canada?
Cold,
Canada was fantastic.
We've been a boo.
Yeah. No, we've had nothing but fun here. Toronto was killer, and Montreal was literally on fire.
Oh yeah.
That was the most screaming I've ever heard in a concert in my entire life.
Yeah, I'm
screaming. So even though I'm super excited to go back to the States, I'm a little bit sad to leave.
Yeah.
So definitely
I
we'll
really
have
like
to,
Canada.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
enjoy it.
Next
Pretty
year
awesome.
we're definitely going to have to make a big tour of Canada.
Yeah, well,
Love it.
Yeah. Definitely have a reason to come back because I still have like $5 Canadian in my pocket to go to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Why don't you park in front of where we play?
What is the address of
It's
that?
back up there, bro. It's in the take a left. We cross the road. It's called Anuski Street. I'd love to suck some.
This is cool. Now that the stage is a bit bigger right now. The room's a lot bigger too.
On the road till the daylight comes. Girls, they just wanna have some fun. I know, I should have this way. I know, was it 1 minute delay? I know, I should have this way. I know, was it 1 minute delay?
Oh, so you gotta be close to the passport. I-91 for about an hour and a half. Then we went right past it.
Honestly, it's gonna be one heck of a show. Like one. Why are you in my office?
What's up? We're here in New York City. Last night we stayed in Albany. Got a good sleep after a long night drive, and now we've arrived here in New York. And we're gonna go in Central Park and we're gonna go do a bit of busking.
Oh,
Just rock and roll.
Let's do it.
What does Central Park mean to the Trouble Notes?
Well, I mean, we've got a bit of a busking history here, don't we? 2 or 3 times when we've come to New York in the past, we've found that it's one of the best places to go busking. I mean, when I first started busking, the first time I ever went busking was in New York City. You just follow the road, it cuts across yeah, I understand because like this road, it just So we're in my favorite park in the world, Central Park, here in the middle of New York City, and we're looking right now for a place to go busking. It's super exciting. Of course, like everything is kind of moving really fast because we literally just arrived an hour ago, drove in from Albany, dropped the car over by my sister's place, 49th Street, and then now we walked up to the park, up Columbus Circle, and we're here at the Bow Bridge, which is this beautiful bridge that when I lived here, I spent many a time walking around this part of the park, and it was a good place to draw a bit of inspiration. So we're doing a bit of looking. We're thinking maybe we're just gonna busk right here, and then we're gonna meet some friends later this afternoon. But first, we want to spread some good vibes and do a live stream here in the park, just to connect with New York again. Every time when we first get to New York, that's the first thing that we do when we can is just drop our case somewhere, play a little bit, reconnect with everybody, and kind of announce that we're back.
What does New York mean to you in one sentence?
I mean, if I had to choose one word, for me it was dreams. I think in New York, when you live in New York, you feel like everything is possible, and that's always been the attraction of the city to me. I don't think it's the most aesthetically beautiful in the world that I've ever been to. I think that
you know, there's a lot of stressful things about the city as well, but the one thing that it always boils down to at the end for me is that you feel like you can achieve anything when you're here, even whether you're here as a tourist or whether you're here living. It's the same feeling. You feel empowered by this place because everyone is pulling toward doing something more, and I love that feeling. We conduct ourselves that way in our busking life and in our musical careers. We are always hungry to try to do more.
To be back in New York City for you?
Great. Feels really good. I mean, my memories
what do you
of love-
like about the city?
I'm not sure if I really have seen a lot about it, like of the things you can see here. It feels really big and international. I think that's what I like. As a little kid from the 90s, and this is America for like a little 90s kid, I think. This is the States for 90s flow. Just like seeing all the things you see that he pointed it out. The big rock from the movie Home Alone with the pigeon lady. It's right there. Like not here, but you know, over there, a few minutes. It's great. It's memories from my childhood. I haven't even been here, so.
Hello.
Hi,
Who are you?
I'm Bennett's sister Meryl.
And what are you doing here?
I am lay tour guide. I don't know.
Cool.
I'm visiting.
You're visiting?
You?
Oh.
With you.
Well, aren't we visiting
No, I live.
you?
You're visiting me. I live here full time.
That's pretty cool.
This is weird. When did you get this?
We bought this before we left.
Oh.
It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
It is.
It's
Looks
a nice
high-tech.
camera, actually.
Yeah.
Makes you look good
Thank
for
you.
once. You know that when we go to New Orleans later, we're gonna be on the bayou with gators, bro.
Oh,
How does that
man.
make you feel?
It's not a pleasant feeling, man. I don't like those guys, to be honest. They're not cool. They're not cool. I'm gonna shit myself, probably.